Hey everybody, welcome back to the EQN Sports Desk, all driven by Holiday Auto Group. I am Dru Stewart with continuing coverage of the Celebration of Champions brought to you by Ranch Fuel. Brock Arnold is here with me. That's a mouthful, that whole intro right there.
It is.
That's a lot. I'm surprised I got through it this early on a Monday morning.
You're doing great.
Well, thanks, pal. I appreciate it. Hey, so you're with Bluebonnet Feeds, and we're doing a sponsor highlight right now. And first of all, appreciate you coming and hanging out with us.
Thanks for having us.
You bet, you bet. So before we get into Bluebonnet Feeds, I want to introduce people to you. So, yeah, you're with a feed company. You kind of married into a family that's all about health a little bit.
Yeah.
Family of vets. Yeah. But talk to me about you and your history personally, and then we'll get up into the business end of this.
Yeah, I grew out in the Panhandle, Guyman, Oklahoma. Went to school at Oklahoma State for animal science. I always loved horses. My mom was more the horse person. My dad was the cattle guy. Mm-hmm. Horses were a hobby to him. Cattle made money.
Yeah. As is the case most of the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And then played polo, traveling the country after college. Thought I was going to do that for a living. I wanted to settle down a little bit. Long story short, took some horses into the vet school at Oklahoma State. Met my wife, Jessie Arnold. She kind of traveled the country doing her surgery stuff. Mm-hmm. And then Bluebonnet called and said, "Hey, would you ever be interested in, when you move home, to take a position with us?" And I was pretty excited about that, just being a part of the horse industry. And
sure,
I never really knew what I wanted to do, but man, I love it. I get to meet all these high performance trainers and horses, and it's awesome, man.
That's so cool. So tell me about polo. I've got a couple friends that dabble in polo. Talk to me about the polo world.
It was random. I was from Guyman, so obviously there wasn't a lot of polo there.
I always thought of Guyman as the polo capital of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
When you think, go rope muleys at the rodeo and then go play some polo.
Yeah. There was a club in Liberal, Kansas, and I had heard about it, and I was big into sports in high school. Was going to play in college, and kind of threw my arm out kind of deal, and I needed something, and so a guy started a polo club at Oklahoma State, and I went there, and he asked if I'd come join the team, and I said, sure. It's going to be rough, but I've never played, all the things, and we were horrible. I mean, it was unbelievable. An English saddle, it's like, God, I can't hold on to anything.
Yeah.
But
got this giant club in my hand.
Yeah, it's crazy, but we wanted to be good, so we got a lot better, and afterwards I went pro for a little while.
Oh, so you did go pro? So you traveled with it for sure, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, day I graduated, I moved to Palm Beach, Florida. Yeah. So.
Now that sounds a little bit more polo.
Yeah. Little culture change.
A little bit.
It was awesome, man. I enjoyed every bit of it.
So the polo deal, like the friend of mine that plays, we were talking about this here a few months ago, and I didn't realize how many horses a guy will go. Like you don't just show up with one horse, do you?
Yeah, they're running the whole time. So, Yep. You have a bunch of spares, and you go through them.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Isn't it fun? Like the different. You think about all the different things that we do on the horses and the different subcultures that we have with the horses. It's we were just talking to Sarah here a minute ago, the difference even when you get into the dressage, the English world, the jumping world, the Grand Prix world, polo, cow horse. It's pretty cool.
All of them are awesome, man. And I like an adrenaline rush, and obviously cow horse is like the perfect fit. I love every second of it,
That's cool, isn't
so
it?
It's fun, every day I go out to a lot of cow horse people, reiners, etc., and I get to watch them train. We go over nutrition. It's fun, man.
That's cool. Aren't we lucky to be in this industry?
Yeah.
And really, truly, great animals,
We were just talking about kids, my kids will come and they love it, and you see all these trainers' kids. It's just a big family.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It sure is. Well, let's go ahead and jump in and talk turkey. So Bluebonnet Feeds, so they call Bluebonnet Feeds isn't that old, is it? Or is it just the marketing push? So
Yeah, Bluebonnet.
You know, we were talking about Hannah and them. I remember
Yeah.
she went to work for y'all
Yeah.
a while ago. And
Yeah, I've been with the company for 12 years.
Okay.
They're owned by Standard Nutrition out of Omaha.
Okay.
They've been around for 150 years.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of a neat.
so the parent company's pretty old.
Yeah.
And, okay.
But Bluebonnet's relatively new. I mean, you know, they didn't have a whole lot, and then we've grown to what we are now. You know, we still have a lot of room to grow, but
Sure.
you know, we're getting in. You know, originally it was regional. You know, Oklahoma, Texas, and now we're expanding, so you can get it anywhere in the country now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the nutrition side of it and what Bluebonnet, why Bluebonnet? Why? I mean, we know that some of the most competitive spaces there is right now in the equine industry is the feed and supplement space, I would say. Like, wouldn't you think? I
Yeah.
mean, there's lots. So talk about Bluebonnet and why Bluebonnet.
Yeah, I think Bluebonnet brings multiple different things. You know, we're horse focused, so ionophore free. What does that mean? There's no alpha toxins in our, you know, our ionophores in our mill. So if anything ever gets cross-contaminated, it can't kill a horse. You know, that's important to horse owners, you know. And then we do little things, you know, we're so gut focused. We use pre and probiotics, chelated minerals, digestive enzymes, you know, all the nutrition things that are state of the art, you know, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have the best product we can for the best horses, you know, that we're feeding. So, and then we offer nutrition consults. You know, a lot of companies are getting rid of reps, you know, and they're just doing more phone calls, things like that. Well, we like to be on the farm, looking at horses, discussing what they've done, what they haven't done, trying to come up with the best program we can for the trainer.
I love that, and honest to goodness, this is how I truly feel. The more and more personal you can make a company now in today's age, where it might have been an expense in the past, i.e. getting rid of your reps,
right?
So you can save that 8% or whatever. It goes a long ways to have you or somebody else come to my place and look at my horses and tell me, maybe you should try this. Especially when you got a barn full of 50 or 100 horses.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. You're worried about training and all the things that comes with being a business owner, you know. And you know, have us come in, let
the professionals
we see
do
them
what
every
the
day,
professionals do,
you know.
yeah.
And I know the trainers do too, but you know, every once in a while there's one that I just don't understand why this thing isn't gaining weight, or this one's too fat. What do I do? And so we're here for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, you guys along with just being a great feed company, you guys are really involved with NRCHA, the foundation side of it. Let's get into that a little bit. Let's get into the philanthropic side of Bluebonnet.
Yeah. Yeah, so happy to be a part of this industry. Like you said, my wife and father-in-law have been a part of it for a long time. You know, it's neat for Bluebonnet to come in and do what we're doing here. You know, we've got a lot of good things coming this week, you know, so we're excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about it. So
Yeah.
we've got the owner's breakfast, right?
Yep, that's
Okay,
on Wednesday at 9:30.
Okay.
Over in the hall. I think it's Will Rogers Hall.
Yeah, so for those people, that is going to be a brand new space that not very many people are going to know about. And where that is, everybody, that's in the corner of the Will Rogers and the stall barn, right over
Yes, sir.
here
Yep.
in the corner. And it used to be kind of a garage space for, like a shop space for the
Yeah.
Will Rogers, but it's a brand new space. It's right in that corner in the square parking lot across from the pavilion. You go straight across, it's right in there. Very, very cool space.
Yeah. And so everybody's invited.
Okay.
We'd love everybody to come over, have breakfast. Josie is doing her artwork there. We're doing a $5 raffle.
Okay.
All the proceeds go to the NRCHA Owners Committee. So
she's going to be doing a painting. Josie
yeah,
Butler doing a
and
painting.
If you guys haven't seen that, it's incredible. You
It
know, we
is.
were talking about that earlier.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I was telling you the story about when I first met Josie, which was last year, and her and my wife ended up being old running buddies, which is scary. But yeah, it's very, very cool. For those of you that haven't seen Josie do her work, you need to come and do it, because she will literally sit up with a canvas. And what I love about Josie is you can be like, hey, what are you going to paint? And she'll be like, I have no idea.
Isn't that crazy?
She will literally say, I have no idea. And then breakfast will start or whatever, and she'll just go to whittling on that canvas. And next thing you know, 15, 20, 30 minutes later, you have a beautiful painting.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So that's very, very cool.
She's talented, man. We're excited to have her.
Yeah,
so.
cool. What else do we have going on?
Yeah, then afterwards we're going to do, in the VIP lounge after that breakfast, we're going to be watching the Open Finals. Come talk to us. If you've never met Reed or I or John, whoever's here from Bluebonnet, come introduce yourself. We'd love to meet you, and it's neat to see our customers do so well. So it's just fun to be a part of it.
It's fun, and you get to talk a little turkey and talk about these great horses, watch the finals. What a great where's that set up at?
So right in the middle where that new area is,
it is.
They broke out that wall.
Yep.
So we'll be on both sides, and so
perfect.
Yeah, come see us.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, what else you got for us?
Man, just excited to be here.
Yeah.
Like excited to watch the customers, rope. I mean, watching them rope.
Isn't this cool? Yeah, we're sitting here watching some videos here this morning. I love this. Is a one thing I get to talk about that I know a little bit about.
Yeah,
Thank goodness for the steer stopping.
Well, and all the things they do out there. It's funny. We were just talking about it earlier. It's all these guys do all this cow horse every day. They make it look so easy, and then they don't always rope all the time.
Absolutely.
So it's neat to see them have a little pressure on them and go tie one down.
Absolutely, it's very, very cool. I was out at a cutting here in Las Vegas here a couple weekends ago, and it was kind of funny. We were sitting around with Monty Button and Cookie Benuelos and a few of the guys, Kenny Platt. Like, these guys are cutters.
Yeah.
And the big joke is the quickest way to show a cutter, or the quickest way, how did we word it? I can't remember. The easiest way to show a cutter that they can't really ride a horse is put a rope in their hand. Or I can't remember how we worded it, but we were laughing about it. You take the best horseman in the world, you put a rope in their hand, and it changes the game.
Yeah, it does.
If they're not doing it every day, it changes. It'd be just like if you stick a roper on a cow horse, say, hey, go down the fence. Like,
it just shows how good they are at their industry.
At their individual disciplines. Absolutely. It's very, very cool. We're so fortunate to have companies like you guys involved in this, and it creates this great family, great competitors, great non-pros, great companies. And man, Brock, thank you for having Bluebonnet part of this whole deal.
Thanks for having us, man. Hopefully one of our customers wins it again. Aaron winning it last year. It was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. That's pretty good customer to have right there.
Heck yeah.
Pretty good face of the deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, man, thank you so much. I sure appreciate you coming up and hanging out with me.
Thank you.
Hey, guys and gals, it is Monday, and this is going to creep us down there towards finals week here at World's Greatest Horseman. And what an exciting time, along with the celebration of champions and all the winners that we have coming down the line, and, of course, the Tres Osos Derby as well. And remember, folks, keep tuning in to watch all of the coverage that we have coming from here in Fort Worth, Texas. Once again, on behalf of EQN Sports, all driven by Holiday Auto Group, and the coverage brought to you by Ranch Fuel, I am Dru Stewart. Check out Bluebonnet Feeds. Come and see him. Come talk to Brock and his entire crew. They would be very, very happy to talk about your horse, your feeding program, and help you get your horses the proper nutrition they need. So thanks again, pal.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you in a little bit.